Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a protein. Now, as a little helpful educational aid here, we have this toy, and this is going to be our protein we want to build. But I couldn't fit 150 of these things in my luggage, so I only have whatever this is, like 10, okay? Each one of these is going to be our amino acids, okay? And then we have, and then when we put them together, we make our protein, okay? So we want to build a protein. There's a problem, though, right off the bat if you want to build a protein, by chance, without any kind of intelligence. Here's the problem. We can make amino acids, even in the laboratory, okay? The problem is when we make these things, they come in two different forms. They come in both left-handed and right-handed amino acids. How many people in here are left-handed? Okay, this is like a shout out for you guys, because it turns out, all my lefties, it turns out all of life is made up of left-handed amino acids. In fact, if you add one right-handed amino acid to the mix, you basically destroy your protein, okay? It won't fold properly. And so what you want is only left-handed amino acids. That's important. So it turns out, hey, if we want to build one of these by chance, what we're going to do is first we're going to get our first left-hand amino acid, and then we're going to try and get another left-hand amino acid, stick it on there, and then another and another and another, until you got 150 in a row. Now here's the problem. When we make these in the laboratory, or find them, they come in a 50-50 mixture. It's basically a coin flip. So quite literally, if you want the odds, probability of getting your left-handed amino acid every time is a coin flip, 1 in 2 chance. And then when you start to, just like our bike lock, you start to multiply the difficulty, right? Because you have 1/2 times 1/2 times 1, and all of a sudden, if you have 150 of these in a row, well, your odds are now 1 in 2 to the power of 150. It would be like flipping a coin, getting heads 150 times in a row. And if you get tails on the 4th try, or the 10th try, or the 20th try, or the 149th try, you got to start all over again. So it turns out, when you change this into kind of base 10 to make it a little easier here to understand, it's a 1 in 10 to the 45 chance to get our amino acid just with our protein with just the left-hand amino acids. That's a 1 followed by 45 zeros. But the problem gets worse, okay? That's called the chirality problem, which just means handedness. That's the handedness problem. You need left-handed.
At Stand to Reason, we help Christians think clearly as they share their worldview with others. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button.